A guy dropped 3 million yuan and bought a dead body that had been dead for 3 days, pretended it was his dad, then took it to a private hospital for emergency help. He begged the doctors like crazy to save his dad, saying he'd spend whatever it took. The doctors didn't even ask about the guy's condition, didn't even glance at him, just shoved the body right into the operating room. They touched the body and realized he was already gone, but the doctors still insisted on doing surgery on a dead guy, cause they figured out the family's mindset. This guy was a total filial son, and when it came to his dad's life, he'd spare no expense to keep him alive. So, this was their perfect chance to milk him for cash. So, a bunch of doctors put on a show of being busy, acting like they were desperate to save him, running in and out non-stop. The attending doctor walked up to the guy, handed him a list, and said, "Your dad's vital signs are all over the place. Hurry up and buy these meds, and you gotta get them at the pharmacy right next to the hospital, cause a lot of these special meds are only at designated spots." The guy looked at the meds on the list. There were dozens of kinds, but he had no clue what each one did. He followed the list, filled 2 big bags with meds at the pharmacy, and blew half a year's salary on him. He handed the 2 bags to a nurse, then kept asking what the meds were even for, but the nurse had a super cold attitude and said, "Your dad's case is complicated. You won't get it even if I explain." Then she turned right around, sent the meds back to the pharmacy untouched, and chewed out the pharmacist good, saying, "Why can't you think on your feet? That guy's super easy to trick. Next time treat him like a cash cow. Give him more expensive meds with bigger commissions." The guy had just dropped a ton of cash on the meds when a doctor came out again and told him he needed to pay another 500,000 yuan for surgery. The guy said, "When I first got here, didn't I already pay for the surgery?" The doctor said, "Your dad's super critical. We need to get a famous medical expert for the surgery, and the expert costs extra." After the guy paid another huge sum, a guy with a super serious look and all formal showed up as the expert and walked into the OR. Then the family member's helpers he got waited anxiously outside the OR. But inside the OR, it was total peace. All the doctors and nurses were just hanging out and chatting. Every half hour or so, they'd send someone out, switched from relaxed to serious. In a split second, each doctor was a total pro at acting. They tricked him into paying a few more times, until he put all his savings into this. Then the doctor came out with a super somber face, and said to him, "I'm sorry, we did everything we could, but your dad still didn't make it. He passed away." The guy kept begging, "Can you give it another shot?" The doctor said, "No matter what we do, we can't bring a dead guy back to life." That's when the guy went from panic to calm in a second, and said to the doctor, "Aren't you guys supposed to be experts at treating dead people?" Then he pulled out the body's death certificate, and finally told the doctor, "That body's not my dad at all. I just bought it from the crematorium. He's been cold for days now. So what the hell were you guys doing in there for over 8 hours? What did you even do? Is it true that as long as I keep having money in my card, there's always hope of saving him?" In the end, this hospital got taken to court and got what they deserved.